When we are discussing the PPS, I saw a lot of budgets cuts going down. How then do you intend to achieve those?
We have noted that there's a lot of accumulation of pending bills, and these have been within the ministries for quite a while. How is the ministry planning to address the issues on pending bills? Because it's one thing to talk about the problem, but we need solutions. And we believe that you being a new CS, you definitely have a plan in place. What are you doing, or what is the ministry generally doing to address this issue? And secondly, what is the status of the modernization of the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation and the revamping of Postal Corporation? Thank you.
We have talked to Treasury in a view of trying to find how we can close this matter of pending bills. Although, as you see, recently we just presented our supplementary 2, and everything was brought down to 0. So, again, it's a matter that we need to pursue in Cabinet and see whether really Cabinet can set aside money, not only for this ministry, but also for other ministries to pay their pending bills. But it's worth mentioning that it should be policy of government not to incur bills that we cannot pay. So as a matter of policy, I have directed that we cannot spend money we don't have. And generally, government works with money that has been allocated to them. But you see, when it comes to mid-year, you will find that in the beginning of the year, certain amounts of money were allocated, and procurement planning is done on the basis of what is allocated, only for monies to be reduced in supplementaries. So also this is something that Cabinet needs to deal with, because you only procure because of what you have. But when they take it away half term, then you know that leaves you now with pending bills. And these have been accumulated over time. On the issue of restructuring of KBC and Postal Corporation of Kenya, the first thing we have done under my leadership now is to make sure that we clean up first before we start looking for monies to pump into KBC and Postal Corporation. Of course, Postal has a money-making idea, which we are going through now, and we hope once it's taken to Cabinet and approved, it shall take this corporation out of the situation it is now. But KBC is in a total mess, and we are hoping that once we can clean up even the issue of ghost workers, etc., we should be able to restructure it. We are putting in a Cabinet memo on how to restructure these two organizations, because they may require some executive authority of Cabinet. Next 60 days or so, we should be able to know how it stands on the restructure path.
The CS provide the reason for the missed target of the above projects. 1. Out of 1,491 of Wi-Fi hotspot achieved, how many counties have already benefited from this project, and what was the role of counties during the establish those hotspots? That is number 1. Number 2, okay, how many hubs are already established and the cost? How many hubs? Okay. Which specific counties and those hubs already established? What was the role of the county in putting up all those hubs? What is the role of the counties? Because we represent counties.
As on the public Wi-Fi's, we committed as part of the digital superhighway to implement 25,000 public Wi-Fi's across the country, largely targeting on markets and public road stages. As of now, we've made deployment under the ICT authority, and the role of the counties is that most of the markets are actually under the county governments. Initially, we had the challenge of how to power these public Wi-Fi's, which really affected some of the implementation because of the responsibility of who pays for the power bill. And we've structured how to work, working with the county government and also the market leadership So we're finding some structure there. More recently, we're engaging the State Department for Urban Development, who are also in charge of building markets, and where we have jointly deployed, we are finding better improvement on that arrangement. On the digital hubs, first, we committed to deploy 1,450 digital hubs, one in every ward in the country. We have 1,450 wards in the country and one for each ward.